I watched him smirk, his eyes gleaming with the greed that had consumed him. He'd taken over my company, manipulated the stocks, and drove them to the ground. But he didn't know I was watching from the shadows, planning my retaliation. Flashbacks flooded my mind like a tidal wave. The years we'd spent together building this empire, the trust we'd shared, the friendship that had turned into betrayal. I could still feel the cold metal of the gun against my temple, the taste of his laughter as he pulled the trigger. But I didn't die. Instead, I woke up in a hospital bed, vowing to make him pay for what he'd done. I spent every waking moment plotting my revenge. I studied his habits, his weaknesses, and his network. It took time, but I knew it was worth the wait. The day came when I could finally strike back. I infiltrated his circle, disguised as a desperate investor, promising him a fortune if he'd help me recover my stolen shares. He was too greedy to resist, and I watched as he swallowed my bait hook, line, and sinker. The day of the big trade arrived. The stock exchange buzzed with anticipation as we waited for the bell to ring. As the clock struck 9, I made my move. With a single keystroke, I sold every share he held, leaving him with nothing but empty promises. He stood there, stunned, as the screen displayed his net worth plummeting to 0. His smirk had vanished, replaced by fear and panic. He'd underestimated me, thinking I was a broken man. But I wasn't. I was stronger than ever, and now he was paying the price for what he'd done. As the authorities arrested him, I stood there, watching as they cuffed him and led him away. The crowd dispersed, leaving me alone in the empty stock exchange. I looked at the screen one last time, seeing my name at the top of the leaderboard, and I knew that justice had been served. But the story didn't end there. It was just the beginning of a new chapter, a chance to rebuild what had been lost. I walked out of that building, ready to face whatever came next. Because even though I'd won this battle, the war wasn't over yet. And I wouldn't rest until every last piece of my life was returned to me.